Hey y'all, the Washington Institute is looking for a development assistant. Hey, if you love politics, if you love fundraising, if you love data entry, if you love being remote, this is the position for you. Now, this is their website, and as you can see, it is very political in their presentation. And here's just a little bit about what the site is looking like. So if that's you, politics, you love organizing, planning, this is a really, really good position for you. Now let's get into the job as being a development assistant. All right, here we go. The Washington Institute for Near East Policy is a nonpartisan think tank focused on advancing and balance and realistic understanding of American interests in the Middle East. So if you also love the Middle East and you're into politics, this is also like huge, okay? We are currently looking for a full-time development assistant to assist our Southeast Midwest Regional Director based in West Palm Beach, Florida. But remember, this is remote, so you don't have to be in Florida for this position. All right. And also the position is offering $20 to $23.72 per hour. So that's good. And your responsibilities. You'll provide administrative support to the Southeast Midwest Regional Director, such as booking travel, completing expense reports, draft correspondences, preparing background information on prospective donors or current trustees, and other administrative duties as needed. Utilize fundraising database Raiser's Edge to maintain a regional database, including data entry, running reports and queries, tracking event attendance, maintaining donor records. And of course, if you hear my son in the background, don't worry about it. He's just so cute. All right. And he's watching his movie, by the way. So he's, going in. All right, let's get to it. Support donor relations through direct and indirect means, which would mean phone calls, emails, mailings. But this is not your ordinary call center type of position. You're not going to be inundated with calls, so don't worry about that. This is basically you're reaching out to businesses, you're reaching out to donors, and they'll be reaching back out to you to confirm or to cancel, whatever. All right. Moving on. Identify and conduct research on prospective donors as well as outreach and follow-up, including mailing prospect kits and scheduling meetings. Coordinate and manage speaking engagements between Institute fellows and trustees in the Southeast Midwest region, including preparing materials, booking scholar travel and hotels, maintaining RSVPs, and working with event locations regarding ordering food, registration, and logistics of event. Conduct foundation research, write foundation reports, and grant proposals. Track multi-year gifts for renewals. Utilize events platform Cvent to create invitations for events. Work with DC-based communications teams for scheduling and creating event invitations, marketing materials, etc. Orchestrate quarterly billing campaigns for donors and trustees in the Southeast Midwest region, and interact with various levels of Institute donors for payment collection. Work with regional director and outside staff to assist in special events. Work with National Development Department in DC to facilitate donor needs requests, including close work with Development Operations Manager and other development assistants based both in DC and other regions. Assist with board meetings preparation, assist chairman, president, other board members, and regional director with institute duties in the Southeast Midwest region. So I'm going to summarize this, okay? Basically, they want you to be an all-around assistant with planning events, with contacting donors, with fundraising funds, with collecting funds, say every month or every quarter, as these donors have promised to pay and to further push the this political campaign or organization forward. So this position is going to be for someone who, let's just say, has worked in and around their community in helping, like, say, their senator, their governor. They've participated in planning events, fundraisers for the governor, or benefits, the different events that they have, those balls and different gatherings and meetings, or been in administration. They insist with, like, let's just say, the school board, the government, the mayor, and their programs. They're very community minded. This is going to be a great opportunity for someone who is like that. Or if you've just very organized, you've worked for organizations before. Let's just say you've worked for the YMCA, or you've worked for any other community events or any community organizations in your area. This would be an amazing opportunity for you. But if you haven't worked in and around those types of fields, and you really want to get into the political scene, or you are studying criminal justice, or you've just graduated from criminal justice or something like that, and you want to get into the political scene, this would be great if you are someone who loves to multitask, whether you are or have been a publicist before, if you've been an assistant to a corporation, in the corporate world before, executive assistant in the corporate world before. I believe that with this position, even though it's from $20 up to $23, you can negotiate your salary based on your experience. So I would not apply for this position, even though they have this requirement here for the payment. I would not put my resume in for it. But yes, it's someone who loves the political scene. You love the Middle East. You're interested. This would be great for you. Even if you've done, let's say, wedding planning, you definitely have to know a lot going into wedding planning. You have to be very organized. You got to build relationships, build rapport, networking. If you worked in any school administration or any of those types of fields that allow you to be an interactive person, this is a great position for you. I'm just trying to give you a well-rounded, like, a scope of the type of person that they are looking for. You could be someone even that has scheduled corporate travel. If you schedule corporate travel and you have been an assistant as well to someone that's in the travel industry or business or corporate world, this would also be great for you too, because they're looking for a very, like, a polished individual that could possibly have, like, a sales mentality, because you're always going to be selling, like, the organization to these various donors, and the donors absolutely have to fall in love with your personality, and the organization to want to give their money to you. You're going to be working and being in around events that have donors that have millions of dollars. We're talking about the political scene here. So you have to be somewhat of a polished individual that understands the power of networking and has experience in that. Okay. Now let's continue here with the qualifications. It says bachelor's in development communications, business, or related field preferred. So like I said, all the above. You don't have to have a degree, but at least, like, give yourself about 4 years or so that you've been working in and around those other fields. That would be great. Okay. Strong administrative support skills, well-developed customer service orientation, ability to work effectively in teams and across organizational lines, ability to work remotely and independently, self-motivated, adept at multitasking and prioritizing work, experience using Microsoft Office Suite, excellent writing and verbal communication skills, strength at building and maintaining relationships, strong attention to detail and follow through, interest in the mission of the Institute and the Middle East region, experience with Razor's Edge, C-Vent, helpful but not required. So if you're familiar with those, that would be amazing. That's absolutely going to push your resume to being viewed, read, and possibly, you'll get that interview. So if you don't know about these programs, the Razors event or the C event, I would absolutely look that up and do some homework so that way you can put that on your resume and say, yeah, I'm familiar with it. Absolutely. All right. Self-starter, ability to work independently, ability to manage multiple projects simultaneously, strong organizational skills, and propensity for planning and logistics. So basically, you mentally have to have it together. Like, if you have to have a therapist on the side to help you sort out your life, that would be great. Okay. This job is going to require a lot of you. Even though you are an assistant, the team that you're going to be helping is going to absolutely need you. So this is going to be a purposeful position here, but you got to have it all the way together because this job seems like it could go from no stress to stress, like immediately, if you are not familiar with the inner workings of how to position yourself and be organized in this position, and of course have the mental capacity to be able to what's the word? Carpet, you know what I'm trying to say. Carpentalize, you know what I'm trying to say. Somebody out there knows the word compartmentalize. Anyway, y'all know the word, and I don't want to look on Google right now for the word. But anyway, whoever's just go ahead and laugh at me now. Okay, I'll find the word later. Anyway, you got to have your mental faculties in place. So like I said, if you need to have a therapist on hand or on the side, you might need to have that because this job is going to pull from you and you have to have it together. Okay. So if you're one of those people that are like, you love lots of things to do, you absolutely are organized in that. You can function. That's like your passion, your love is to get out there and just go, go, go. This is your position. Okay. Go ahead and apply. All right. And it says the Washington Institute offers its full-time employees a generous benefits package, including health, dental, vision insurance, life and disability insurance, generous paid time off, and a retirement savings program. Okay. So those are the benefits. They also offer a 401k as well. It says the schedule is an 8-hour shift from Monday through Friday. But if you have ever worked in the planning, anywhere in the planning environment, you know that it's going to take more than an 8-hour shift per day to get the job done. You know that it's going to require you to work at least a few hours on one or two of the weekend days. So when it says this, yeah, they say that, but if you get through to the interview, they're definitely going to ask you, would you mind working overtime? Would you mind working a weekend here or there? Because this is that type of position that's going to require that. So I just want to be absolutely open with you all. I don't want you to think that, oh yes, it's just 8 hours. This is just a regular type of job. Oh, absolutely not. This is not a regular job. This is a very exciting position. Okay. Very exciting position. You're going to be meeting some really, really high or elite status types of people in this position. But at the same time, you just have to have your life together because this job can definitely take you there. Okay. To where you may not have a lot of time to yourself until you really get into the hang and the swing of doing things. But in the beginning, you better believe you're doing at least one weekend day to just recoup, to just get all that paperwork and get things rolling. Okay. Now the experience is fundraising for 1 year and Microsoft Office for 1 year. Microsoft Office for 1 year is absolutely required. And then the fundraising part is preferred. So like I said, if you've been in and around helping with fundraising activities, events in your community, in your neighborhood, if you're one of those people who love to show up at the polls and like, hey, I want to help out. I want to call our neighborhood and see who they're voting for. I want to be like that voice in the neighborhood. This is for you. And absolutely, it says working location is remote. So if this is for you guys, like go ahead and apply. I know that this job is not for everyone, but it is for someone out there. But yeah, it's literally like no phones as far as call center environment. So you get to work kind of like on your own schedule because you're an assistant, but you are the one that's going to organize how you want to organize it. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Payday Canary, and I will see you in the next amazing remote position. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead. If you haven't pressed that like button, go ahead. And if you haven't pressed that bell, you best go ahead and do it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you later.